Alright, howdy folks, and welcome to Gridiron Live. Hope everyone is having a good Thursday afternoon. It's been a bit here on Gridiron Live. It's been about a couple weeks or so. But we're going to get back into a little bit of games here. We're going to start it off with GameDay 2005. This is a game that, or this is a franchise that I started a while back, and you know, can't forget GameDay. GameDay was one of the game series that we lost in what I call these sports gaming apocalypse, which I think was around 2004. But it was kind of leading up to that point for a while. But anyway, we're going to get into this franchise mode again. This is officially year 2, as you can see. One note on the music. I can't turn the music of the menu down, so I had to turn off my cool Andy Clark music, so we're gonna have to just go with the music that's in GameDay 2005. It gets a little repetitive, but it's okay. So I kind of halfway forgot how to play this game, but let's go see who we have. See. So we have Chris Redman at the quarterback position. Let's see, there's got to be a better way to look at this. Okay. So, as I've said before, this game does not have the best roster viewer. We'll have to work with what we got here. So believe it or not, Chris Redman is about, I think he's an 80-something. Let's see. Doesn't say from here. He is about an 80-something. So he is actually starting material in this game. And of course we also have Carson Palmer and John Kitna. Which, believe it or not, John Kitna is getting $2.25 million in salary compared to Redman, who is $455K. Has the MLS League become more popular in the United States than 10 to 15 years ago? I have no idea, actually. I don't really know anything about the MLS. I know it's not the most popular sport in the United States, but considering that the United States has an increasingly international population, whatever your thoughts are on that, the popularity of soccer might have gone up a little bit. Who knows? Just because there's people from different countries in the United States that are interested in soccer. So that's what I think on that. Our stable of running backs, we have Antoine Smith, Patrick Washington, Chris Perry, Rudy Johnson, and Kenny Watson. We have Cecil Martin at the fullback's position. We have Gerald Ismail, Peter Warwick, Kelly Washington, Tamrick Vanover, Darren Chiavarini, Chad Johnson, and this guy. It has like a 7-syllable last name. Bob Upshaw at tight end, Carlton Pollock, Reggie Kelly. And we actually have a very good defensive line. I wish I could see their ratings. It doesn't show it to me. Let's see. Maybe there's a button I need to press. Circle, attributes. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. There we go. Simple button press. So yeah, John Kitton is a 78 compared to Chris Redmond, who's an 84. So we have one good running back, two serviceable running backs. Very good wide receiver in Ismail. And most of the wide receivers are actually at least an 80. A very good punter. Two decent starting ends. Defensive tackles, 3 deep that are in the 80s. Linebackers, almost all of them are in the 80s. Delta O'Neal, 95. Torrey James, 87. Jimmy Hitchcock, 86. So, our roster, especially on the defense, is actually very solid. This game is just hard. I think it's on All Pro. So, let's look at let's see. So we're in our second season. We finished last season 4-12. So we did pretty bad numbers wise, but we actually beat some of the top teams in the league, but there was just a lot of narrow losses that kind of set us back. So we're looking to at least get to 500 this season. Hopefully, we have to sit through the overwrite process. So we're going to be playing against the New York Giants. New York Giants. So, what's the deal with the New York Jets? Shouldn't they be called the New Jersey Jets? I think they're headquartered in New Jersey, so why do they take the New York name? Do they play in New York? I don't know. I don't know. In my game, though, there's only going to be one New York team. And the second New York team, I'm going to switch to New Jersey. So that'll be fun to see once I get around to showing it. Let's see.
Known as the Queen City, welcome to Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Cincinnati Bengals are ready to rule their domain in royal style. Tonight,
I forgot to run the intro today, but that's okay. You guys have seen it. You'll see it again later. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Slow pan in on the Bengals logo. We are going to kick. So this game will not be in coach mode, as most of my games are. Oh, dang it. That made it easy. This game does not have the same potential for coach mode as all the other games that I play. We're going to have to actually control the players, which is fine. It's fun to control the players every now and then. Okay.
Warner looks over the defense on first down. He takes the handoff.
Okay, so I believe
Barber
X is speed burst.
You gotta love a back willing to do whatever it takes to get yardage between the tackles.
We're going to stay in the nickel formation, and we'll stay in base. We definitely like to play as a lineman.
On first down.
Look at that. New York starts it off quick with a touchdown. Kurt Warner to number 81.
Now watch what makes this score possible. The receiver gets off the ball cleanly, runs a beautiful route, and then pulls in a well-thrown pass.
All right, so All-Pro difficulty still holding up, I see.
Bryant readies for the point after. So the extra point is good. The Giants now with the lead after that touchdown.
Time of possession, 33 seconds. Hopefully this is not an indication of things to come.
Bryant kicks it deep.
And here comes Vanover with the return. A bit of a shoddy block there. Alright, so I think our offense was pro split to the sweep. That was one of my main
Redmond
plays.
brings the offense up to the line here in the first quarter. First down and 10. Stop dead.
Offense going the
Okay,
wrong
so they
way
got that
on
one
play.
pretty good. Let's flip the sweep and go to the weak side here.
Cincinnati will use motion from the 15-yard line. Smith receives the ball here.
Let's get a speed burst. And almost a first down.
Huge gain.
The offensive line coach is smiling after that play. His guys got it done there.
New York with corners tight on the receivers. Smith picks
Alright.
up good yardage there.
The lineman sealed off the defensive pursuit, and the back took advantage.
Let's change up the run play a little bit.
New York will go with a four-man front now.
Ooh.
Robbins, the tackler.
Great anticipation.
Yeah, gotta be
by the
careful with
defense
the
getting lost
inside
there.
runs. How's it going, Patrick? Things are going just fine. I'm breaking out the old GameDay 2005 here.
New York will go with 6 defensive backs. Smith takes the ball.
That's just a good running play in this game.
Allen makes the stop.
The O-line dominated
The inside
D-line
runs
there, and a
do
huge
work, but
pickup is the
it's
result.
very, very specific times that it's going to work. You got to kind of lean in on some of the better plays.
Redmond under center with
Third and 2. I probably should have picked a run play, but we're going to see if we can't get it to the tight end.
Joseph deflects the
And
pass,
nope.
incomplete.
Joseph closed on that ball in a hurry. Great
Just
defense.
keeping busy. Nice power toss. It's one of the better plays in the game.
New York in a prevent. Smith takes the toss.
See,
Allen
4th and
stops
2.
it cold.
Smith was the beneficiary
With
of
that,
some
with
fine blocking
that
up front
toss
on that
play early on. I guess it's a sweep. I don't know. Eventually, though, the team does kind of adjust to it, and it doesn't work as well. So you kind of have to pick and choose.
Four-man set here. Redmond trying to avoid the rush. I'm feeling it.
2nd and 20. Once you get behind the sticks like this, it's pretty tough to get back. We were a little bit lucky there.
See there how physical receivers in this league have to be now.
So Chris Redmond, I used to love getting Chris Redmond in NFL 2K5. I don't know why, but he was always like my, anytime I would start a franchise, first thing I would do is I'd pick up Chris Redmond. Because he was so cheap, and he was, I think it was a 69 in that game. So he had a really decent backup, potential starter, depending on which team he had.
Smith breaks through for a nice game.
So
the offensive line did a good job getting
he's even better in this game, ratings-wise. But we have a solid roster. We just have to actually use them, get some good play calls.
Redmond rolling out. Hit as he releases incomplete.
Yeah. Smith holding his own. Yeah, Antoine Smith.
Redmond calling signals.
I think he is an 86, I believe. But the play just is usually just develops really well. But you could put almost anyone in the running back position, and they'll get 100, 200 yards a game.
Redmond has split backs behind him from the 28-yard line. After the opening stanza, it's the Giants.
But judging by my experience in the previous season, even getting 100 and 200 yards running every game,
Redmond goes to work.
They didn't translate to wins. Because it would work when you least needed it to, but then when you really needed it, you got beat. So you really have to pick and choose.
Redmond looks over the
this game, especially on All Pro, is not forgiving at all.
Running back unable to make the catch.
His arm went a little rubbery on that play. Wow.
2nd and 10. Let's pick up a few yards on the ground.
Starts in motion.
So hopefully 3rd down can be a little bit more manageable.
Smith receives the ball here.
We might get 1st down here. That's a dive.
The linebacker thought he had the angle, but the offensive
3rd and
line
inches.
sealed him off before he could make the play.
See what we got here.
Redmond steps to the line for this 3rd down play.
The back had no chance on that play.
All right.
Nowhere to run.
So we're going to have to go for the field goal here.
That field
And
goal
we got our 3.
closes the deficit in this game.
There's also some really good plays that have long routes that I remember.
Hollis places it deep.
I just have to find them again. Really, what I like about the GameDay and Game Breaker series on PlayStation 1 is that it actually kind of plays a little bit, just a little bit like Blitz. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And so you kind of get that arcade gameplay just a little bit.
The Giants from their own 33.
So it has a unique feel to it.
Not a chance there.
Barber never got his motor
And
running on
Game
that
Day
one.
and Game Breaker
Nice
pretty
D.
much play the same, minus the option plays. So I like them both.
Warner will use the shotgun. Second down and 9. Barlow, the intended target, incomplete.
Warner must have lost the threads or something there.
But we're going to try to keep the deep zones until they get to about inside of the 20, and we'll go exclusively man. Oh, there we go.
Some defenders just have
Hold a
nose
sec.
for the football. He smelled that play out and made the play.
That's a good play by the defense.
The quarterback and the route, and then without missing a stride, he anticipates the ball
Bam.
in the air and makes that interception.
Let's see. I don't think this was the right
Pittman with a
formation.
3-receiver set from midfield.
Come on. There we go.
Peterson tracks him down.
Huge
They went head-to-head.
pass play
The
to
receiver
start the
was able to
drive.
out-battle him there.
Okay.
Redmond reads the defense on first down.
Oh, nice juke there.
Stopped on the
That was a
play.
nice spin move. Say that's a first down. I don't know. Looks like the nose kind of breaks
Wow, great
the edge of
play
that
there. The guys on the
chain
run
there,
sealed
but
the defense, and the runner did the rest.
the Zebras do lay down the law, so we're gonna prepare for second down.
New York showing a 6-man defensive backfield.
Damn.
I tell you what, that's the kind of effort that can energize an entire offense.
Diving is actually really useful in this game. Usually because if you can dive before they hit you, which sounds obvious, you can kind of get
Redmond looks over the
to
defense on first down.
where you want to be quicker.
Smith picks up
Otherwise,
good
it'll kind
yardage there.
of be hit and
The
fall
defender
back like
thought he
that.
had a beat on the ball carrier, but the spin move fooled him.
On this play, the offense tries to take it right into the teeth of the defense, but they get chewed up and spit out.
That outside run is still working.
Redmond has split backs behind him. Second down and 2.
Oh.
Touchdown,
Good blocking
Bengals.
there. He definitely sent like 7 or 8 guys there. See all those white jerseys coming through the line?
Hollis for the extra point attempt.
And right down the
So
middle.
the extra point is good. The Bengals gain the lead now as a result of that touchdown.
117, 5 plays, 48 total yards, 4 running plays for 27, and 1 passing play for, was it 28? I forgot. 21.
Hollis kicks it long.
I've also been in the mood for another Game Breaker 2001 National Championship run. So that will probably be in the works here soon. The only problem with that is that you really need a decent amount of time, at least about 2 hours, to kind of go through it all.
Warner looks over the defensive coverage on first down.
Oh man. Toomer.
Solid tackle.
Warner showed you why some consider him one of the best on that throw.
Cincinnati
They're going empty backfield here.
James deflects the ball nicely.
James opted to deflect the pass instead of going for the pick. Smart play.
Warner steps under center for this second down play. Throws to the sidelines, incomplete.
That one was straight to him, but he just dropped it. Third and 10.
Warner would like to convert this third down.
Oh, they got it.
He finds him.
Oh, probably shouldn't have controlled him. Because I'm using the D-pad. So that angle right there. That was my fault. I really like the D-pad on this controller. But if I was using the stick, that would have probably gone a little bit better.
Bryant to attempt the PAT. So the extra point is good. The Giants get the lead.
Alright, the
with that
Giants
touchdown.
got 14, we have 10.
Bryant takes it long.
Forgot how to kneel.
Bengals take over at the 20-yard line.
To Merrick Vanover. Alright, let's see if I can find that play. I think it's out of Twins. Let's see. No, not there. 4 wide. 63 Fins, I think it was.
The Bengals from their own 20.
Right there. Oh, man.
For the wideout,
That would have been a great catch. Four wide. Let's try it again.
The Bengals from their own 20.
There we go.
Washington makes
Here comes
the
Washington. I think he's going to break. He's got it.
Bulls touchdown, Bengals.
Damn. Good call on the 63 Fins. It's a very quick drives in this game.
And the extra point is good. The Bengals get the lead with that touchdown. Hollis takes it off.
Ponder gets tackled at the 35. Okay, so should we go dime, you think? Maybe getting that 6th DB might help.
Cincinnati with 6 defensive backs.
They look like they're...
Takes the ball on the exchange.
Oh.
You got to feel bad for the back on that play. His lineman didn't help him out very much.
We have an excellent defensive line. You just don't really see them in action that much. because you don't see them get sacks that often. If they run to the inside, though, then you'll see them.
Defensive backs. Barlow and the quarterback unable to connect.
He just got a little ahead of himself there. Tried to throw before his feet were set.
Third down.
The Giants from their own 35. Warner to throw on third down.
Come on.
In on the stop.
Nothing fancy there.
Got killed by Kurt Warner there.
Throw it, you catch it.
Warner scans the defense on first down.
Ooh, man.
The incomplete pass.
We're getting lucky with some of these drops.
Shockey starts in motion from the 37-yard line.
Come on. Oh, he missed it.
Knocked to the turf.
On that play, the defender was fooled badly. He was
25
almost spun in
seconds. They're
circles.
probably going to get the field goal at least.
Warner checks out the defensive alignment on first down.
Uh-oh.
Barlow picks up good yardage on the play.
Warner just showed us why the coaching staff believes he can take them places this season. Great throw.
Switch to the
Cincinnati
linebacker
goes straight
here.
up on the receivers.
Oh, man, I screwed that up. I was getting hungry for the sack. You see that? I dove after he threw it. Dang it.
Everybody saw that penalty. Good call.
That's okay, though. Because they only have 3 seconds, so...
And that ties it. One half of football is in the books with a score. The Bengals 17, the Giants 17.
All right. So at halftime, we're definitely winning the time of possession. 7-17 to 243 total offense. Not too different, 190 to 174. They definitely have the edge in passing offense. Yards per pass, 40 to 27. Rushing yards, 79-12. So they've definitely been heavy on the pass. Yards per rush, 4.9 to their 4. 2 touchdowns and 1 field goal each. They've only thrown 7 passes, 42%, 121 yards.
A lot of NFL games have become defensive battles in recent years. That first half was a great example.
Bryant takes it deep.
Here comes Vanover, number 88. And gets clobbered. Up to 35, I think. 21. That was way off.
Cincinnati with a man in motion. First down and 10.
There we go.
Green
Hard fought first down, but we got it.
Good elusiveness on that play.
Redmond steps under center for this second down play. Going nowhere fast on that play.
Maybe a yard on
The
there.
running back that you don't get any credit for those sideways yards.
Gotta be careful with the inside runs.
York,
3rd and 1
base
seems like a
for
given,
man
but
front.
you never know.
Smith pulls forward. Stop dead.
Smith used the spin move at precisely the right time. Nice move.
Okay. Let's go for a pass. Let's go 4 wide. We'll try the 63 fins on 1st down.
The Bengals from their own 37.
Kind of like the way the defense looks on the left side here.
Redmond prepares to pass. The receiver, but can't
And
come
I
up
chose
with
to
it.
go over the
I know
middle,
it's hard to
but
believe, but even NFL quarterbacks lose the handle every once in a while.
New York line up tight on the receivers.
there we go.
Stopped after a good pickup.
That's why they love this guy. He makes solid
Nice little
reads,
slant over the
delivers
middle.
ball with great accuracy.
Maybe a post. Let's go back to the ground.
The Bengals from their own 49
Got a sprint here.
goes backwards on that one.
They were
battled
ready
to a
for that
draw
one this
there.
time.
No gain.
Redmond calling signals with split backs from the 48-yard line.
Good pursuit. They just didn't run through the tackle there.
Okay.
Redmond would like to convert this 3rd down.
Blue 22.
Oh, man.
Hot.
Oh,
Working
come
the
on,
perimeter,
Upshaw.
Incomplete.
4th and 5. We'll just run it.
Redmond will go to work with
Green,
split
47.
backs from the 48-yard line.
Oh, man.
The
That
Giants
one was
take
going
over
nowhere.
at the 47-yard line.
I'm not sure their interior linemen have enough girth to get movement on the inside, Dick. Nothing there.
See how they're kind of keying in on that play now? At least it's not as effective as it was
Porter
earlier.
looks over the defensive coverage on 1st down. Barber starts in the open field. Picks up good yardage there.
Barber saw a little crease, but it closed up before he could squeeze through for a decent gain.
Cincinnati set up with 5 defensive backs now.
Ooh.
Barlow unable to make the grab.
Crucial drop there. He had a wide open field in front of him. Tied 17
Cincinnati
all
go with
halfway
5 defensive
through the
backs
3rd
here.
quarter.
Hot. Hot.
What's New York going to do here?
Off the mark.
Miss it again. 4th and 6. It'll be a punt.
Ready to punt it away.
Hot. Hot.
Sails into the end zone. The Bengals take over at the 20-yard line.
And see what other plays we got. We really haven't used much from the tight end. We have a good tight end.
Starts in motion from the 20-yard line.
Hot.
Not a chance there.
Too slow of a pass.
Redmond has split backs behind him. 2nd down and 14 to go.
I don't care if a defender is fast or strong or whatever. When he can tackle like that, I want him on
All
my
right, we
team.
need 12 yards here.
Redmond from the shotgun formation. 3rd and 12.
Perfect.
Williams takes
Perfect
him
cut.
down.
That's the kind of throw that separates good quarterbacks from great quarterbacks. He looked like a great one there.
Redmond from the shotgun.
I'm looking
First
for
down and
Washington
10.
here. And we got it.
Stoutmeyer with a wrap-up tackle.
Washington went right at the defense and came up with the catch.
New York will go with a four-man front now. Redmond rolling out. Drilled as he throws it incomplete.
Okay. Let's try the sweep again.
Goes in motion from the 40-yard line.
We're audible. There we go.
Williams wrestles him down.
The defender really shouldn't be too discouraged.
There's a good
That
catch
was
by
just an
Mr.
incredible
Upshaw
catch
there.
by the receiver.
In motion, first down and 10. He takes the handoff. Emmons, the tackler.
Some of these
5
players need to
yards.
revisit the basics. Horrible tackling there.
2nd and 5.
Redmond will go to work with split backs. Second down, 5 to go.
Come on.
Stopped on the play.
They had a chance to bring him down,
All
but
right.
just couldn't make the tackle.
So we'll have to get our
Battled through
first down in the
draw so
4th
far.
quarter.
It's time for one of these teams to take control of this game for good.
We'll run to the left a little bit, just in case we
New
need to
York
kick it.
will rush 4 here. Smith takes the toss. Short gain on the play.
But we got it, so we're good.
Redmond looks over the defense on first down. Allen deflects the pass, incomplete.
Great anticipation
I've noticed
by the
that
defender. He broke on the ball quicker than the receiver did.
if the receiver is running a route straight to the sideline, they tend to not be able to catch it because of the way the QB throws it. Something with the game logic there isn't right.
Redmond steps under center for the 10th play of this drive.
We're gonna audible. Almost a
Green
touchdown
makes
there.
the stop.
Just outfought the defender for that catch. Nice play.
New York moved their corners up to pressure the receiver.
Oh, Smith is injured. Dang it.
Smith isn't popping up. He may be hurt.
Not
Could be
even
out
your
all
opponent
game.
likes to see an injury like that.
This game was ahead of its time with the in-game injuries, the mid-play injuries. But we still have Mr. Patrick Washington.
Redmond with split backs.
3,
Second
47.
and goal.
We're gonna audible.
Looking for room to run.
Come on now.
Robbins sacks the quarterback.
3rd and goal. What do we got here?
Redmond from the shotgun formation. 3rd and 12. He'll have to use his feet here.
Bam!
Goes.
You guys see that? Chris Redmond. Video game Chris Redmond is nothing to play with. Special teams, field goal. 23-17, 3:49 left
Attempt the extra point.
in the quarter. In the game.
He hits it. The Bengals now with the lead after that touchdown.
14 plays for 90 total yards. Those are the kind of drives I like to see. Long and arduous.
Hollis moves it long.
How's it going, Christopher? We got 3:44 left in this game. Came off an excellent drive there. I thought I was going to have to kick the field goal, but luckily we made it.
Barlow in motion on the play. First down and 10.
Hopefully my defensive line can do something here.
To the sideline. Makes the catch.
Come on.
Great throw.
I'm doing just
Got his
fine.
man and rifled it in on time.
Okay, so they get a huge chunk of yardage there.
Warner scans the
Let's
defense.
see what we got
on
here.
first down. O'Keefer with a nice tackle.
Nice job taking the underneath receiver
Second
there. You're not
and
going to
8.
score
What game
on
is
every
this? This is Game Day 2005 for the PlayStation 1.
Warner will go to work with split backs from the 22-yard line. Hardy tracks him down.
Nothing up the middle there. The defense too stout on
It's one of the last games that was made for the PlayStation 1. Third and 10.
Warner checks the defense on third down.
Probably should have gone dime here. Ooh,
Herring deflects the ball nicely.
those drops were
QB
killing
needs a bigger
the
window.
Giants.
The coverage was just too darn
Fourth
good
and
there.
10, what are they going to do? They're probably going to go for it. If I had to guess. We're going to come out on the dime and just go base. Alright, so they kick the field goal. Might be a fake.
New York
And they get
narrows
it.
the lead with that kick.
Good thing is that they still need at least a touchdown. So if I wanted to, I can try to milk the clock.
Toward the end zone. The Bengals take over at the 20-yard line. Redmond
We'll be able to
checks out
see
the
a little bit of
defensive lineman on
Patrick
first down.
Washington today because
Washington receives the ball here.
that's weird. Patrick says he's back. Welcome back, Patrick. We got 2 minutes left here, just in time for the hopefully the game-winning
New
drive.
York comes set with 6 defensive backs. Walker
Washington
stops him
is
cold.
about I
Washington
think a
will run through arm
78,
tackles all day long. You got to wrap him up.
so not as good as Antoine Smith, but still very serviceable.
Redmond would like to convert this third down. Washington to the outside.
We got it.
Solid tackle.
You just won't last in
You
this
missed
league
it,
if you can't
Patrick,
tackle
but
better than that.
Antoine Smith had one of those mid-play injuries. I think those are pretty cool. I mean, it sucks when it happens, but in the long run, you do end up appreciating it because
Redmond has
it's
split backs behind him from the
it
31-yard
adds
line.
an interesting level of realism.
Washington
Oops, forgot this was a run. Nice. Still on his
That'll
feet.
bring a smile to the coach's
Patrick's
face.
over there
Great execution
spinning on the
especially by
sidelines.
the O-line.
Cincinnati will use motion from the 48-yard line. Stoutmeyer takes him down.
They might have to do some
So I
tackling
think
drills in practice. Horrible tackling there.
They got 2 timeouts left.
Redmond under center with split backs from the 40-yard line.
Good block there. Still going.
Washington with a monster run.
Great execution. The linemen were working.
And now we're just gashing that secondary.
Around the corner.
And these runs.
Peterson in on the stop.
Washington didn't make any all-pro moves. He just ran through.
I don't think New York's going to be able to stop the bleeding here.
New York go with a 4-man set here.
Put up another 7, says Patrick. We're sure as hell running like we're gonna.
Scampers for a great game.
The running back was able to turn the corner because his lineman did a great job up front.
In motion from the 5-yard line.
They stopped us there.
No gain.
Washington would be better off.
And they stopped the
sticking his
clock.
head up in there instead of going sideways.
Redmond will go to work with split backs from the 6-yard line. Not a
Nope.
whole lot on that play.
Defenders nowadays just refuse to get beat on the perimeter. Great pursuit.
Cincinnati with a man in motion from the 7-yard line.
And touchdown. See that dive? Bam. I think Cincinnati's feeling a little mean today.
Cincinnati will go for 2 after that touchdown.
Oh, they got it.
They're good on the 2-point conversion.
32. Big offensive statement here in the opening game of the season.
Hollis sends it toward the end zone.
I forget if this is the preseason or not. Forget. I don't know if Game Day 2005 has a preseason. People are going to see the game score on the ticker and think it was a butt kicking, but really it was a good game. Yeah, it was in contention there for about 2 quarters, I think. But yeah, when they score a lot at the end, it makes it seem like it was a lot worse than it was. But, I mean, New York started out pretty hot.
In a prevent defense. Pass ball's incomplete.
They've been having a lot of plays like that. I think, really, New York was hurting itself a lot. A lot of dropped passes. A lot. We had some too, but
from their own 28.
not anywhere near as bad as New York. That's going to do it. That's our 95 overall defensive back.
I'm Dick Enberg. So long.
Player of the game, Kelly Washington. Time of possession. Dang. That's like 3/4 of the game right there. 364 total offensive yards. We were actually fairly balanced numbers-wise. Passing, 209. Rushing, 170. Obviously favoring passing as far as output. But 4.4 yards per rush. Redmond finished with a rating of 133, 10 out of 18 for 55%. 209 yards, an average of 11.6. Patrick sends the tiger emoji. Oh, average per attempt, average per completion. Okay. A long of 80. 2 touchdown passes. No interceptions. Kurt Warner, not his best game. 97, 8 out of 19, 42%, 213 yards, 2 touchdown passes still, 1 INT. That was early on. Smith, 99 yards, Washington 76, and the fullback -5. Washington had an average of 7.6, surprisingly. He was getting all those big runs there at the end. Antoine Smith, an average of 3.8, long of 11 versus 21. Touchdown apiece. But Antoine Smith did double got double the hands, what do you call them? He got just about double the runs, I guess. Fullback was my O-line clutch play for 3s and 1s. Fullback dive. Yeah. Inside runs are a little bit not as reliable in this game. You kind of have to wait until the box lightens up. You can't just run into like a 6 or 7 man box. You kind of have to wait until they're expecting more of a pass. Kind of hit them there. So yeah, you got to be careful with the inside runs in this game. This is a long loading screen. So I guess we can turn our background music for this. You can't turn off the menu music for this game, so I had to turn this music off. I would prefer to have my own background music, but it does have a setting for music, but I think it's music during the games. So, not sure what's up with that. I do remember this being a long loading screen. There we go. You have unlocked a secret bonus code. Endurance. Activate it on the code entry screen. There's week 1 box score. Bills beat the Jets 30-27. Broncos beat the Texans 23-17. Cleveland losing to Miami 23-17. This was a couple of years before Nick Saban joined the Dolphins, I think. What's your favorite team in the favorite NFL team in real life? Honestly, I don't really have one because I don't really watch professional football that much. But I played a lot with Philadelphia in 2K5. So I remember there was a stretch of time when I would watch Eagles games a lot. But I don't really have any sort of attachment to any of the teams, really. Except for Philadelphia, but that's just because I like playing as them in 2K5, which isn't really the same as liking them as a fan. So I can't really say that I have a favorite team. I mostly watch college football and retro pro football, so being neutral is good for betting, at least. Well, people will. The good thing about some people that have favorite teams and they know a lot about them, they can bet for them or against them. Like, just because you are a fan of a team doesn't mean you have to bet that they'll win. Because if you know your team very well, you'll know it's like, well, probably not against this team, so I'm going to go against them. So, yep, it's all about college football for me. Buccaneers 34-28 against the Cardinals. Huh. That's strange. Is this the same game? Seems like it. Chargers Ravens. Low scoring game. Chiefs beat the Panthers 23-17. Titans take the Colts 21-28. Steelers beating the Cowboys 21-14. Am I playing another one? I can't today. Gotta get back to the programming, you know. And then of course I have to work later. It kind of sucks having, you know, the last third of your day taken up by something else that you don't really want to do, but it's what I got for now. So let's check out the free agency. Casey Bramlett. Are there any outstanding? There's another copy of Chris Redman. Yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason in this franchise, some of the players got copied. So I currently have some of these players, even though this is a free agent pool. Let's see. Pretty much have most of these good players already. Or if not, I already have someone that's better. So we're currently number one in the North, AFC North. That's because we scored 32 points. Redmond needs to be upgraded. You know me and my trades. Hey, Chris Redmond is... he's nothing to lift your nose at, you know. Let's see. He's currently an 84. So he starts off at an 81 in this game. So he's gone up 3 points. We also have Carson Palmer and John Kitna. We really don't need John Kitna. One, because it's a 78 and we have two 80s here. But also because his salary... Let's see. Let's compare. Chris Redman is the most accurate. Running is the heart of the team. Yeah, we do a lot of running in this game. and just me in general. In real life, he was a bust. Yep. That's why I thought that Kitna is legit backup. Carson Palmer has the strongest arm, and apparently has the best kicking ability. But check out the salary. John Kitna gets $2.25 million. I think it's because he was the starting QB when I took over, and I ended up getting Chris Redmond for cheap. So I could probably trade Kitna, or really just get rid of him, if nothing else. But yeah, Carson Palmer was the best in real life. Probably, yeah. I forgot who Palmer played with. Or no, I think Palmer was the starter. No. I think Palmer was with... I forget. Cardinals? No, that's... I think that was Josh McCown was with the Cardinals. I forget. Redmond being an 84 is good enough. Yeah, he was a 69 in 2K5, so they definitely saw a lot more value in him in this game. And there's Drew Bledsoe. Jake Plummer, another 91 for the Broncos. There's Luke McCown. Kelly Holcomb. Browns have a 72 overall QB. Buccaneers have Brad Johnson and Brian Grease. And Chris Sims. Palmer was a starter in Cincy. Okay. Yep. Josh McCown's with the Cardinals here. It would have been cool to see Randy McCown in the NFL. Randy McCown was the starter for A&M for a bit. I think in like 97, 98. So he had three brothers. He had Josh McCown, Luke McCown, and then Randy McCown. And then Josh and Luke were the only ones that really had any kind of NFL career. Browns quarterback situation looking rough. Yeah. If I wanted to be nice, I could trade them Kitna for something. But honestly, like, roster's pretty good right now. It'll be kind of hard to find replacements for my current players, a lot of them. Oh, there's some good defensive backs though. McCowns are good in the film room, people said about them. Yeah, that's the impression I got too, that they might have been good, or they might be good like quarterback coaches and like maybe even offensive coordinators if they ever decide to do that. Because I think Josh McCown recently retired officially. I forget how long ago that was. Chargers got Drew Brees, 87. Here's Phillip Rivers at a 70. Wouldn't mind having a better running back though. Trent Green. Jim Sorgi. Cowboys got Quincy Carter. I remember him. Jay Fielder. AJ Feely. There's Donovan McNabb. Coy Detmer and Jeff Blake. Donovan McNabb. And there's Michael Vick. Michael Vick, the quarterbacks don't run a lot in this game. So even when you play the Falcons, you're not going to see Vick run a lot. Quincy Carter, old school. Yeah, he was rated a little bit better in 2K5. I think he was at least like an 80, a low 80 at least. Is Jesse Palmer related to Carson Palmer? I wonder. Doug Johnson, Byron Leftwich. Cowboys stunk in that era. Oh, there's Chad Pennington. He was definitely a gunslinger. Joey Harrington, 89. He's almost a 90 now. Jesse Palmer is a QB. It's his brother. I figured that they were related. Cousin like the McCowns. There's 3 of them. Okay. Seems like there's a lot of family in the quarterback position in the NFL. You have the Mannings, the Palmers, the McCowns, Brett Favre at an 89, Tim Couch, Jake Delhomme, there's Tom Brady, Kerry Collins, Mark Bulger, Cordell Stewart. Remember, he was a big name back then, like in the 90s, early 2000s. Mark Brunell. I used to love, I guess the Redskins is another team. If I'm playing 2K5, I'm probably gonna be playing as the Redskins. Their uniforms are pretty cool. The retro ones with the spear helmet. And they have like Clinton Portis, Mark Brunell. There's Clinton Portis there. Liddell Betts, Cartwright, Gardner, Thrash. Cordell, splash in the pan, but a good runner. I forgot where Cordell played in college. Was it Colorado? I forget. Aaron Brooks, 95. Matt Hasselbeck. Trent Dilfer, Tommy Maddox, there's Big Ben, 78, and David Carr, Dave Ragone, I remember him. Steve McNair, that was a big name. Dante Culpepper. Hey, look, there's Gus Frerotte. I think he was with Washington for a bit. David Carr was good. He had no O-line. Poor guy. Yep. The inception of the Houston Texans wasn't the was not the best scenario. And I guess you kind of expect that for a brand new franchise, even though Houston did have a franchise just a few years before. It was the same situation in Cleveland. You know, the original franchise moves. I forget where they moved to. Baltimore? I forget. So the franchise in Cleveland moves, and the franchise in Houston moves, and then they expand the league to put teams back in those cities, and then the teams never quite get back to where they used to be, because the Browns at one point were a fairly decent team, and then Houston with the Oilers, I mean, Warren Moon, they definitely had their heyday, but the Browns and the Texans are kind of routinely doormats in the league, unfortunately. Man. Derek Carr beat Dak Prescott in a throwing competition on the NFL Network a few years ago. Dak, not exactly the most accurate quarterback. No, Dak Prescott was sort of that Tim Tebow kind of frame. I forget the guy that, what was his name? It wasn't Urban Meyer. It was, I think, the guy who was the offensive coordinator for Urban Meyer. He was recently the coach at Florida for a bit. I forget his name. But they used Dak Prescott like Tim Tebow. It was that sort of spread option thing. You didn't have to be the most accurate passer. You just kind of had to be good in the option reading system, and obviously a good runner, and big enough to take on some of the defensive players. I think they might have even used the little goal line jump pass that Tebow did. But yeah, Dak Prescott, obviously not the most prolific quarterback, but he's obviously made a name for himself. The Cowboys is my NFC team, but Dak is overrated. Tebow has great character. There's a Netflix documentary coming out soon on the Gators. Yeah, Tebow's interesting. I think that the only way Tebow was going to be effective in the NFL was if he stayed with the system that they used in Florida. Because he's not a pocket passer. And you kind of see teams allow quarterbacks who aren't pocket passers to kind of showcase their abilities, kind of like Lamar Jackson is an example. Obviously, it's a lot more dangerous for a quarterback. One, because it's not like college where you can just bring on your stable of backups and just keep running the same system. There's a lot more money on the line, so they have to be a little more conservative about it. But he seemed to have some level of success his first year. That was a 2011 in Denver. the Broncos found a way to use him, and they had a lot of comeback wins, and some people say that, you know, they would have never had to have those comeback wins if Tebow was better. But I mean, it was also his first year, so who knows how well he would have developed had he stayed in a system and a team that was going to use him to the best of his ability. I think Tebow would have done a lot better had he stayed in Denver. But Denver got the chance to get Peyton Manning, so you can understand why they would make that switch. And then he was kind of just a gadget player with the Jets, and then everything after that was just noise. So another thing is that he could have done a position switch as well, which he didn't want to do. But he maybe could have been a decent fullback, I think. Fullbacks don't have to be huge, but they're also obviously not don't have a very small frame. I think he had a decent, seems like he had a decent frame for fullback. He just had to learn how to block, which I'm guessing in a spread option system, the quarterback does block on occasion, so he might have been a decent fullback had he made the commitment sooner. The Broncos made the playoffs, but because God was on Tebow's side, people said. Yeah, they had a lot of fortune that season, but they did get rid of him. If Tebow could throw, he would still be playing today. Well, I think Tebow can throw. Go back and watch some of the Florida games. I mean, he makes deep, accurate throws, but it was the throws that were part of the system they ran at Florida. If you want to make the windows really small, like you do see in the NFL, that's probably not what he was doing at Florida. So I don't know how well. I don't know. It's tough to say, but Tebow can deliver the ball. It has to be in a certain way. He's not a plug and play kind of player. Fullback for sure. Football in general needs more fullbacks. Oh yeah. We need to bring the fullback back like it's 1998 or something. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with just running up the gut every now and then, you know? Just a lead block. Up the A gap or whatever, the B, whatever. And the fullbacks, you don't see those very often anymore. They're probably a little bit more prominent in the NFL. But even in college, you don't see them that much. The only time you see them are with like really strong option teams. Or pro style teams like Illinois. What's his name? The guy that was coach at Arkansas for a few years. What's his name? I think it started with a B, like Bert or Kurt or something. But he coaches at Illinois right now, and he uses fullbacks. I think Stanford uses fullbacks as well. Patrick, Richard, and Kyle Juzak are the only ones I can think of. Yeah, as far as like prolific fullbacks in the NFL, just in general, I can't think of any. Probably one of the best fullbacks / running backs that I know of was at A&M. Jaworski Lane. And they called him J-Train, and he would just run people over. He was big, but he had like uncanny speed for his size. That's a very rare combination. Like if you're big, you're typically slower, and if you're smaller, you're typically faster. But he had a pretty decent frame on him, and he was fast, so he could get a lot of momentum. So he was used for a lot of short yardage and just running in general. He's also a good blocker. He didn't have the best pro career, but Coach Fran at A&M used him a lot. Why QB sneak it when you can hurt him and get that 1 yard with the fullback? Why risk your quarterback or starting running back on a tough 1 yard? Brett Bielema, that's his name. Yeah, Brett Bielema. Yeah, he uses fullbacks. I think he was quoted as saying, if you don't use a fullback, we're gonna run all over you, or something like that. Point is that he likes using fullbacks. Am I playing another game? No, I just got caught up in looking at the trade, the rosters here. I think roll with Redmond until the trade deadline. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep Chris Redmond, even as a backup. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me. There's a few more things I want to get done as far as programming is concerned, or I have to go slave away and sell my time at work. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next time we'll probably be back either with maybe another game day, or maybe even Game Breaker. Just depends. But obviously gonna play another season of this Bengals franchise. And then we'll see what other games we sprinkle in here and there. That said, I will be seeing you guys in the next one.